Today I'm going to show you two really great accessories for loading and unloading your pistol, your AR-15 and M16. These are called the UpLULA. This one for pistols, the UpLULA Universal Pistol Loading Unloading Accessory. I believe that's what it might stand for. Comment in if I'm wrong. It's owned by Brownells, and it's sold by Butler Creek Tactical, and you can get them in most firearms accessory sellers, and I'll put a link to Amazon where I got it as well. Came really fast, same price pretty much everywhere. You're not going to get a dollar difference between the price anywhere, so click the link if you want. And then this one, sometimes called the Mag Lula, just a Lula. This one's specific for ARs and M16s, and they do have a number of different models. The Universal, they have a baby one for 22s. They have strip loaders and bench loaders, and then a number of different ones for different rifles. But they all should work the same from the pistols and the rifle side. Now, I debated a long time about getting this. $30. Wow, I could buy 100 rounds of ammo, 9 mils, reloads, or maybe even news for $30 and shoot that. So, being a cheapskate, I thought, well, you know what? I got a loader here that came with my Ruger SR9 double stack mag, and you know what? It actually works pretty well. We just slide it on there, drop a round in, and push it down on the thumb, put the next round in, and just slide it back. Works pretty good because this mag has a really nice, smooth spring. It's not too hard, worked pretty well. Then I got a gun with a single stack magazine. This happens to be for my car, CW9. And yeah, as soon as the first one went in, I'll tell you what I feel is the sharp edges on this, on the lips here, on this mag, and the spring on this, wow, it's really tough. So getting any of them in beyond the first one by hand, boy, I was really chewing up my thumb. Said this will not do. And my accessory for the Ruger kind of worked on this, but we still had to push in against all that spring tension. Just not working so well. So I bit the bullet, figuratively speaking, and ordered this, and also at the same time got one for my AR. And I got to tell you, I'm going to show you how this works. After loading, getting it, unpackaging it, looking at the instructions, which are pretty simple, although the type could be a little bit bigger in my opinion. There are a number of videos that show you how to use this as well. This is another one of them, but I will just vouch for this. As soon as I put in about 4 rounds, I said, how did I ever live without this? This is worth twice the price. This is just so easy. So let me show you how this works. First for the pistols, double stack, single stack, and then I'll show you on the AR, which is even simpler and works even better if that's possible. So what we do is we just simply slide the magazine into the universal holder. Now it does have, if you can see down in there, it has a few ridges and such in there, so that it's sort of a V notch at the very bottom that will guide the mag right into it and sort of lock in there or press in there. Now the thing about the UpLULA, the universal pistol one, is that you do need to rest it on something, a solid surface on here. Now you could potentially do it against your body, your leg or something if you were out, but it works best if you were resting it against the bench or something. Very simply, what do we do with this? It's on the magazine. I set the magazine down and hold it. I squeeze it in, pull it down, push it down, drop the round in, and I'm going to let go and come up at the same time and go around to the top of this round. All right. Push down, just drop the round in, out and around, out and around, out, around, drop it in. You see that you could get, well, if I wasn't doing it on camera, sort of sideways, you can get some speed going here. Basically, as fast as you can do the motion here, you can load your rounds in. Okay? And every round goes in just the way it's supposed to, seats just properly. And even that last one that I just dropped and picked up goes in, and it's in. All in perfectly. That was a piece of cake. Now for a single stack magazine, it's just as easy. And even though there's a lot of play here and wiggle room, it seats pretty well. And once you've got it and you're pressing down, there really is no problem with it. Lula does sell an adapter that can go on the bottom that would keep this a little bit straighter. I find I didn't need that, but your mileage may vary depending on the magazine that you have. Again, very simple. We squeeze, press down, open up the space, drop the round in, and on this particular magazine, because the spring is such a beast, I do just sort of hold the round a little bit to keep it from going off on its own, which it tends to want to do. Get it squeezed in all the way, push it down. That's important because you want to push on the back of the, or the main body of the casing and not on the bullet itself. You want to make sure that we're pushing in the proper spot to press it down in there. So again, now this spring is quite tough. Even with this, without the leverage of this, it's almost impossible to do by hand. So I've got 7, 8, that's the 8th one in there. And there it is. And I didn't cut up my thumb, which was the main thing. You can also unload the rounds, same with this as well. That's why it's the Lula, the unloader. Simply put it on backwards. All right. Press down and we see the bottom of the case. Squeeze it, push it forward, and just take it out. I should have this right-handed. And it's in there. I'm going to drop it. And there it goes. Takes a little bit of practice to get the unloading going here, but it does work. UpLULA Universal Pistol Loading Unloading Accessory. This one's for 9mm. It works for pretty much every caliber, 9, 38, 45. Let's see what they talk about here on this one. 357, 10mm, and 40 as well. Many people have posted on here that this also works for a 380. Although sometimes if you want the 380, you would go for the Baby Lula, which is a little bit smaller. And I think the 380s, depending on the make and model of the magazine, might work in either one. That's the UpLULA. Can't say enough good about it. Now the Mag Lula for the AR-15. This is even easier, if you can believe it. Let's take a look. So I've got some 5.56 rounds here in the mag. Now, not that hard to load 223s and 5.56, but still on a metal mag like this, a magazine, you're going to cut your thumb up a little bit on this. You're just definitely scraping it, and it comes through. Now this is just unbelievably easy. There's a clip tab here that catches onto your magazine. So it's very similar to the magazine release that you have, the tab inside your weapon. So simply mount it till it clicks. Now we're on. Now this couldn't be simpler. All we're doing is going to rock this lever back and forth, and as we rock it back and forth, we just drop in another round. Watch. Drop it in, move it forward, drop it in, move it backwards, drop it in, move it forwards, and so on. There's almost nothing to it. And that's it, and they're all in there. Then just pop it off, and we have a fully loaded magazine. I've got a plastic P-mag type here as well. 10 rounder, California, thank you. Compliant, so let's put it that way. Again, I'm trying to do this while I'm looking at the camera and what I'm doing here so that it stays on camera, but so you can see it. There we go. How easy is this? And we're in. Pop it off. All fully loaded. Ready to go. Unloading them is just as easy. In fact, unloading them is easier than anything here. So let's say you're done at the range and you want to unload everything, and you want to go home, or you just want to unload your mag for whatever reason. Let's not talk about your reasons. That doesn't matter. Clip it on. Again, we're just going to slide this back and forth, and the rounds come out just like that. Any rounds, any mag, all the rounds. Do it so you can see it there. That's it. Wow, that was pretty easy. All right, UpLULA universal pistol loading unloading accessory for 9mm, 357, 40, 45, and I don't know, is there anything else in between? Some 380s, it works. Save your thumb, load fast. And then the Lula for M16 AR-15s, they also have them for the AK-47s, the M1As, M14s, MP5, the Colt SMGs, and the Uzis, 9mm. They need to be slightly different, but they're going to function exactly the same. You can't live without these. If you're doing loading or unloading, forget about being a He-Man and cutting your thumbs all up. If you've got, particularly if you have metal magazines with the sharp edges on the tabs here, man, save your thumbs, save your hands, and load faster so you can do more shooting. You can plink more zombies with one of these. That's the bottom line. As I said, I really debated whether to get these, being a cheap son of a gun that I am. Thought I don't need that. Who needs this? And after just using them just a few times, they're worth their weight in gold. They really are. Just load up, and now we're back in action. Thanks for watching. Be safe, happy shooting.